Hey guys, how we doing today? I'm actually in my little nerd room right here, my ham shack. Hey, look, I got one of those microphones. Here, let me see. Should I do this so I could look like a big YouTuber? You get that out of the way. That's actually for my radio gear. I'm in my ham shack, my nerdy hobby, man. In fact, I might just throw up a video on the tail end of this if you want to watch it. Talked to a guy and he was doing a live feed, so kind of a new thing in ham radio, but kind of cool, man. YouTube. Then I do have a ham radio YouTube channel, and he was subscribed to it, so fine business, man, as they would say. Hey, I just wanted to say hello, let you know where I'm at. The truck is done. Maybe I could drop some pictures in here. What happened was the front bearing on the lower shaft came apart for whatever reason, probably because it's made in China. Because it was a reman transmission, didn't have many miles on it, 300,000, and that's just the brakes, man. But it also took out my bell housing, and what else? He got in there, we replaced the clutch while we were in there. I think he did the rear main seal. I'm sure he did while he was in there. The flywheel was the original. I guess that wasn't changed last time. Don't know why, or wasn't even turned. There was a couple hot spots. He didn't want to turn it. So we got a new one of those, only like $300. So, but I've been out about 2 weeks, man. So it's tough. Sometimes this stuff can really hurt you. In fact, I just going to make this video just to encourage you guys. This microphone looks weird. Let me get it out of there. It looks really big. It's not that big, but it's just the angle. Let me show you. Oh, no, I can't. I'm not flipped around. Anyways, I've got a lot of calls, a lot of texts, man. Since I've been off, 2 or 3 of my guys I've talked to for a long time are just tapping out. They couldn't make it, truck problems, whatever. And it's a tough business, man. I've said it over and over and over again that if you don't love this business, you're going to hate it. And the 2 of them in particular, they're struggling. But the amount of time you put in to make money as an owner-operator in markets like this, it's just not worth it, really. If that's your main goal is money, you better get out, man. I try to tell you, this is the dumbest thing you'll ever do if you think the money is there, because some months I make good money, and some months, this is going to cost me 15 grand. That's not even counting the time I've been off for 2 weeks, right? Lost revenue. There's another 10 grand worth of lost revenue, so I got to pay out 12, 13, I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated what it was. And in fact, I'll hold off on this video until I get from my mechanic the bill, and we'll try to screen record it and go through the cost. But it's going to be well north of 10,000, I can guarantee you that. Plus, 2 weeks off, my bills don't stop, nothing else like that. So it's tough, man. So there's some months I do good, some months I lose my butt, to be honest with you. So reserves are key. If you don't have reserves, you're done. And even if you have reserves, I'm not, like Swift or anything. I can only take so many hits. If I was to have this hit and then all my injectors and all my rear ends, I might fold up. I might run out of cash. So it can happen quick. So you got to have money in the bank. You got to do business right. If you make 20 grand profit in a month, you better not just go crazy and buy a bunch of stuff, because that's not how it works. The rainy day is coming, so keep your head in there. It's kind of a rainy day altogether in this market, right? It's not the greatest, so times are tough. Hang in there, and honestly, in a lot of ways, sometimes in a market like this, you might be better off to be a company driver than an owner-operator. I'm still making more. But I've been doing this a long time, and I can manage it well. Some guys struggle, man. You can be the best driver in the world, best flatbedder in the world. If you can't run the business end of it, deal with the truck, maintaining the truck, booking your own loads, all those other hats that come with it, you're as good as done here. And one of my friends in particular, it's just too much for him anymore. He could probably keep going, but, there's no real days off as an owner-operator. Unless you get 2 weeks off like this. But when you're home, you're dealing with something, fixing something on the truck, you're dealing with this, you're doing some paperwork. It's always something. I just want to let you guys know that's normal, man. I try to talk you out of doing this, but a lot of guys don't listen. But real live trucking here, man, it's a tough go around. And the only reason you should do it, and the only reason I do it, is freedom. It's just, I don't want to work for somebody. If I don't have to, I don't want to work for somebody. Yes, I'm leased on to somebody. But that's a business partnership. They don't really tell me what to do for the most part. I never hear from them, and that's a good deal. And if there was ever a management change or somebody came in at on a power trip or something, I'm free to leave. I'll just take my truck somewhere else. If you're at a job, you're kind of stuck there, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. So it's just freedom. Yeah, at the end of the day, if it's done right, you'll make more money than the company driver. If it's done wrong, you might make as much or even less. So money should not be your motive to get in your own truck. It better be freedom, just wanting to do your own deal, call your own shots, make some more of your own decisions and not answer to people. Because I tell you what, man, sometimes just being a company guy and having someone do it for you, if you don't mind the other micromanagement and driver-facing cameras that come with that deal, you might be better off to do that, especially if money is your ultimate goal, because starting out, you're not going to make a lot of money. I try to tell guys that call me, hey, if you're going to orientation, you better have 2 weeks minimum. That ain't even really enough. A month's worth of living expenses in the bank, because you are going to struggle bad your first month. If you guys think you're going to come out and do it like I do it and stack up 4 loads a week together back to back to back and, net $3,000 a week plus like I normally do, it's really not realistic. And if you do it, man, you are in the minority. So don't count on that, man. You got to get your footing and learn the system, and then once you get going, you should do fine. If you're not doing fine, you're going to find out. It's trial by fire, man. If you've never done this to deal yourself, you're going to find out real quick if it's for you, or you can be an owner-operator. Lots of hats to wear. All right, guys, just checking in with you, touching base. I'll put in the comment, or I'll put that little ham radio video up if you're interested in that. It's only like a minute long. You can fast forward. It's kind of my nerdy hobby, but I enjoy it. And then at the end, hopefully I'll have the bill and we'll go through that. And maybe this weekend we can do a load board video or something. I don't know. I'm probably going to be getting out of here Sunday. I got to go back to Cincinnati just to get my trailer. And then I'll get going from Cincinnati next week. So hope to be back making some money next week. I need to get back to work. All right, guys. Bye now. Let's see if this is recording. I don't know what happened. I just did this. So let's run through it again. Here's the bill. We'll just start with the parts list. We got oil for the transmission, obviously, $90. 5/8 clamp. That's for an exhaust. I also had exhaust repair in there. A heater hose. We looped off some of the coolant lines going back. And of course, I went from a water-cooled transmission to a non-water-cooled transmission because the water-cooled ones have a little cooler unit inside the tranny. And yes, they are prone to leaking. So we were going away from that. Just miscellaneous, got a gasket there, new clutch brake, pilot bearing, some strap for something, I don't know what. Those are the straps for the smog equipment. They had broke loose, which was making my pipes come apart, so we fixed all that. V-band clamp, I guess that's part of that, I don't know. A 2050 clutch, which is, my truck only does 1850 in torque, but we went one step bigger. So the clutch was 1,083.15. Butterfly zip tie. I have no idea what that is. Rod ends for, my linkage is pretty worn on the tranny, and these rod ends come apart. They rust out. And so I had that happen to me in Nebraska. I had to crawl under the truck in -4-degree weather and zip tie the linkage back together to get out of the intersection and then get home, which zip ties kept breaking. I don't know why that's going flat. This better be recording. And I'm going to check this here. Okay, it says it's still recording. Anyways, so I wanted those clutch ends replaced, and actually my whole clutch linkage is pretty worn out, and he wants to replace it. One of the problems, it hasn't been getting grease because the grease tube that goes to it is plugged, and no grease is getting back there. So that's another $900. Yay for me. And we're not going to be able to get it this time because it takes 4 or 5 days to get the parts. So He doesn't think it's going to come apart, but something we need to address down the road. What I tell you, it's always something, right? So those rod ends, I did replace the ends on all the clutch linkage, but the linkage itself's got 1,000,000 miles on it, right? Time to go. The transmission, 4,882.35 with a 3-year no questions asked warranty. $940 for oil cooler kit. Remember, we went away from the water cooled transmission, so this is an external cooler, not required. There's my mechanic testing me now. Okay, I told him don't hurry. He's looking at something else. So we did the oil cooler kit to help keep it cool. Clutch shaft, I'm not sure what that is. Something, maybe that's one of those ends or something. The bell housing that got eaten up when that bearing came apart, $912. New flywheel, $277.72. Rod ends and some coolant, right? So let's move it along. This is just a description of everything we just talked about and how many hours labor he charges for each thing he did here. And what did he charge me? If I could find the big one, 12 hours to R&R the tranny and hook all the coolers up and stuff. Pretty good deal. So here we go. Total parts, 8,788. Total labor, his labor, 2385. He's gentle with me on labor. It would probably cost most people more than that, but we're kind of buddies. Record service, that's a $2,100 tow bill we talked about to get home. Bargain of the day for 400 miles, $2,100. Most guys get charged $2,100 for a 20-mile tow. So total everything, subtotal, he only charged me $35 for shop supplies. That's also being very gentle on me. Total, I got to write the check for today, this afternoon, $13,308.40. So there you go. And I'm trying to get my wife to do an OnlyFans account, but she won't. She seems to be hesitant. But if I get her to do that, you guys make sure you subscribe and pay her money to feed her chickens or something to help us out here. I'm getting eyeballed now. All right, guys. God bless you. Bye now.
40 miles east of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, calling CQ 10 meters.
Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra.
Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, you're 5'9" here into Southern California.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I didn't even have a pen in my hand. Let me get your call for the logbook, Roger.
Absolutely. I appreciate you logging this. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. I'm in the city of Chino, California.
Very good, man. I'll look at the signal the next round, but you're very strong. You're very strong into southeast Missouri. The name here is Matt. Mike Alpha Tango Tango. QSL?
Copy that, Matt. I think we might have chatted before. I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, and it looks like we chatted in November. I'm actually streaming on YouTube right now, too.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So, I put an EEG. I was like, why didn't that come up, and why is it in San Francisco? Let me put the right call in, by golly. I'll get it right eventually. Very cool, man, very cool. So I'll have to go find that on YouTube if I can. Yeah, it looks like we talked back last November. Very cool, my friend.
Excellent. I appreciate the contact again, and stay warm out there.
All right, brother, I'll do it. You got a link to your channel there on your QRZ page, or what is it?
I do have a link on my QRZ page, and I think I'm already subscribed to you. I went to your QRZ there.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate that. I'll go check out your YouTube page and see if I can find our QSO in the live feed somewhere. Take care, my friend. God bless you. 7-3.
Cool. You came in at today's date at the 41-minute mark and 7-3.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. 41 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ.
5 KAB in Texas, calling CQ20, CQ20.
Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra.
Is that a Charlie Alpha Sierra station?
Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRP in Missouri.
Oh, then Missouri, man. Slow that call down for me one time, and let me see if I can get you back in. Slow that call down and give it to me one more time.
Hi, brother. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie America Sugar. You should have a QSL card on your desk for me by now, brother.
Oh, I definitely do. Matter of fact, let me see if I can flip over here to my other camera here. Solo, no, rear camera right there. Bam. If you're looking at the live stream, look right there. Sitting right there in front of the monitor, man. Sitting right in front of the monitor. I definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir, for the QSL card, and I will definitely reciprocate. Man, I ran out of cards about 3 weeks ago, and I just reordered them. And so they should be inbound, they should be inbound, they should be inbound, and I definitely get one back out to you. Definitely appreciate the way, man, and you're sounding good in Texas there, Roger.
All right, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We love it, man. You're making ham radio great again. This is I always try to catch you. I'm usually not home on Wednesday, but I am here today. So I'm glad I could make it in there with my little QRP station over here in Missouri. Roger.
Oh, man, you're sounding great. You're doing a good job, man. You're 15 over. You're doing a beautiful job coming this way. Definitely not a problem pulling you out. And you know I'm going through your QRZ page, man. And, man, that is a fishtail right there. Goodness gracious there, Roger.
I have plenty of stuff for you to look at, man. You've been there before, so very good. Yeah, so we're only running about 950 watts, so that's QRP for the kilowatt and bourbon show, Roger.
Listen, I tell you what, I heard one yesterday. I got a friend out there in Reno, Nevada, man. He go by Kim. And he gave me some info, man. I said, man, how many watts are you running over there? And he says, man, I'm doing a California QRP. I never heard of that before. I said, California QRP, man. Tell me more. He said 1,000 watts is California QRP, man. So there you go, man. Listen, this is the kilowatt and bourbon show there, Roger.
Well, you know, it might have been 2,500 watts common core mouth over there in California, Roger.
Outstanding, man. Well, good evening to you, my friend. And listen, glad you out here waving. I definitely appreciate this, man. Good signal coming this way, man. And thank you for checking in on me on Wednesday, man. This is Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha Bravo in Texas. Says 73s for now. And I just got you my logbook on QRZ there, Roger.
Man, thank you. And your audio sounds great. So whatever you're using, man, you got it dialed in pretty good. I mean, you can always tweak. I got to move the equalizer away or I'll keep messing with it, man. But thank you, KB. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless you and yours in Texas, man. And before you go, could you tell me what minute mark I'm at so I can go back and watch it?
Man, you started the show off, my friend. 9 minutes in, man. 9 minutes in. You get to hear the melodious voice of Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra.
All right, KB. Take care. Have fun out there. God bless you, man. I'm glad I could make it in tonight. 7-3, buddy. Take care.
Roger. Have a good one, my friend, and thank you for the big old wave. Outstanding signal, man. Doing a great job this way. CQ20, this is Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha Bravo, K5, KAB.